predators like these, speed is a weapon.
Oh, I'm done with that.
They're deadly because of how fast they attack.
Whoa, 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 you all right? You all right?
I'm gonna find out how these predators use speed
Thing is so fast, look at that.
and remarkable adaptations to strike with deadly force. I'll slow their strikes way down to see exactly how they do it.
Look at that. If that's your body, you're cut in half. That guy's a psycho. Let's find another croc.
I'm gonna find out how speed kills.
Oh, it's a big one, it's a big one! There's the head.
As a herpetologist, I've devoted my life to studying some of the most scary fast animals on the planet.
I would not want to feel those teeth.
Many animals I deal with are ambush predators, armed with lightning speed. All ambush predators hide or camouflage themselves, then attack. Faster than their prey can move, and often faster than the naked eye can see. But what kind of power is behind those strikes? I want to investigate these animals' astounding ambush techniques and analyze just how they use speed to catch their prey. So I've got a plan. I'm gonna use high-speed video technology to time the strikes of some classic ambush predators. I'll trigger a strike, film it, and then I'll analyze that footage to see just how fast they really are and how they use speed to capture their prey. You see, a normal video camera shoots 25 pictures in a second. So each time you step through the images, you see 1/25th of a second. But I'm gonna use a camera that can shoot 500 frames a second. Hundreds more images in each second means we see that much more detail in each action. I'm gonna investigate strikes from a range of super fast predators, ending up with the scariest ambush of all, the attack lunge of a giant crocodile. But the first animal up is one I'm painfully familiar with. A few years ago in South America, I misjudged the speed of a striking snake, and boy did I learn a valuable lesson. Bang!
Hi, I'm Dr. Brady Barr. I travel all...
I was focused on the camera, and boas are non-venomous. The speed of the strike just took me by surprise. What I want to know now is just how fast a snake like this can strike and how it generates that speed.
To determine just how fast the boa constrictor strike was, we've assembled all the pieces of the puzzle. And we're gonna try to closely reconstruct that fateful facial bite day. I've got a log of the same size and diameter. I got a really mean boa constrictor inside of this box. I got a high-speed camera, which is gonna allow me to determine how fast the striking snake is, but most importantly, I learned a valuable lesson, my friend. This time, I'm wearing facial protection. Hi, I'm Dr. Brady Barr. I'll take you as close as you can get.
Striking uses a lot of energy. A snake won't waste that energy unless it knows its efforts will pay off, or if it really feels threatened.
Whoa! Did you see that? They're always fast, whether they're in the wild or in a recreation.
You can see, before it strikes, the boa poses its neck and body into a series of S-shaped curves. Then, in an instant, it straightens all those curves out, forcing its head forwards.
Whoa!
But you can also see how blindingly fast the strike is. If I set a timer to 0 just before the strike starts and count up, I can see it all happens in less than 90 frames of high-speed video. That's less than 1/5 of a second. It's the attack of a true ambush predator, using a split-second burst of speed, moving only the body parts it needs to strike. Like a chameleon shooting out only its tongue to catch its prey. Ambush predators are super fast, but completely different from an animal we usually think of as fast. The cheetah. Everything about the cheetah is designed to maximize the chase. Its foot bones are adapted so it runs only on tiptoe, further extending its already long legs. The cheetah uses its flexible spine to store energy, and then release it, catapulting it over 100 kilometers an hour. Research shows that even if a cheetah had no legs, it could still move up to 10 kilometers an hour just using its spine. That's about the speed of you running. Ambush predators deploy a different strategy. They can't sustain the cheetah's speed to chase their prey, but they do have an arsenal of techniques to kill. They can strike at incredible speed over very short distances. So they can use camouflage or stealth to get close to their prey, then attack. The sling jaw wrasse takes this idea to the extreme. It hunts in tropical waters, then flings just its mouth at its prey, extending its jaws more than half the length of its own head. Bones and ligaments in the skull rotate through angles of nearly 100 degrees, protruding that lower jaw. It happens in just a 30th of a second, much faster than it could move its whole body. The dragonfly larvae goes even further. Part of its mouth is evolved into stabbing graspers. It flexes its muscles to generate huge pressure. When that's released, the fang-like pinchers rocket out like a jack-in-the-box to grab its victim. These small animals are fast, but obviously no danger to us. But I work with big ambush predators all the time. Sometimes I step inside what I call their danger zone. It can happen to you too, even accidentally. If you step inside an ambush predator's danger zone, chances are it'll defend itself by attacking. So the next question is, how fast do you have to be to escape an ambush predator strike? To find out, I've come to the University of Delaware's Human Performance Lab, where we're gonna measure my reaction time.
We're gonna put on 2 different types of reflective markers on different parts of your body. So
I'm with Al Duet, a doctoral student in human biomechanics. And he's gonna test just how fast I can jump out of the way of a reptilian close encounter. Al sticks reflective markers onto key parts of my head and body.
Shoulders, elbows, and wrist and hands. When I say go, you're gonna jump.
Infrared cameras see the markers, and a computer uses these to construct a stick figure model of me that Al then can use to analyze my movements.
Brady, just move around, do a little dance.
Now, Al positions me next to a trampoline. Facing me away from volleyballs, his team will fire at the trampoline. The ball represents a striking ambush predator. I'm wearing earplugs so I won't hear it coming. And I'm facing away so I won't even see it until it's nearly on top of me. Force plates on the floor record the moment I first react by moving my feet.
Everybody ready? Brady, are you ready?
Yeah. Just got bit in the ass. Al uses the computer model to calculate how quickly I jump out of the way. It takes me around 200 milliseconds. That's 1/5 of a second. And sometimes, that's not even fast enough to escape an attack.
Oh! I felt that one.
My dodging abilities are hit or miss in the lab. But if it were a real animal, I'm sure I'd move a whole lot faster. I know this is a ball headed towards me. If that's a rattlesnake or if that's a croc, I guarantee my reaction time is going to be different.
Sure.
Because it's a life or death situation.
That's correct.
All right. It's easy to speculate that a life or death situation would make me react faster. But I can't measure that here. I want to see how I do with a real snake that can strike it. To test strike, I'm in one of North America's deadliest ambush predators, the diamondback rattlesnake. It kills with a high-speed strike, huge retractable fangs, and a hemotoxic venom load that can literally melt organs, sending victims into shock. I'm gonna see just how it uses speed to catch its prey and whether I'm fast enough to dodge it.
It's always so exciting to be running a new road in good habitat. And man, I'm in Central Florida. This is rattlesnake heaven. It's thought that the snakes will come out and lie on the road to get the warmth coming off the asphalt.
It doesn't take long before I spot one.
It's right here, oh man. This is great. Big rattlesnake. I didn't think we'd see anything till after dark, but look at this. That's an eastern diamondback. This is the perfect candidate for what we want to do. Look, he's tongue flicking. Can you watch it? I'm gonna ask, hey, be careful. I gotta run back and get something to put him in. This is perfect. I'll tell you what, this is nice and cool in here too. This will calm him down. Let's see if we can get this thing in here. Man, that guy is a monster. That is a monster. All right, be careful. Listen to that. We got a big rattlesnake, safely secured in the cooler. All right, man, that's good. Let me put this back in. We'll get these drinks and we are good to go.
It's too late to do our speed test tonight, so we head back to the hotel. But when we get back, I find we got a problem, a big problem.
Pop open the back of the van, take the stuff up to my room. Check this out.
When I put the cooler in the car, I didn't secure it, and the snake escaped.
Rattlesnake's in here. Rattlesnake is in this car. I'm talking about a venomous snake somewhere in here. Can you believe it? I literally, I'm horrified, yet also there's a part of me that just wants to laugh. I mean, look at this. We have got, it's like having a bomb in there. This is a very, very dangerous situation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start pulling stuff out. We'll just see if we. It's gonna be down at the bottom. I'm shocked that I haven't heard it rattle. It's obviously not in the back, which, man, I don't like that. There's holes right there. I'm afraid to put my hand down in there. Where is this thing? Damn it. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rev the car up. I'm gonna start the car. Oh, whoa. I'm not sure I wanna do that or not.
That's it. You hear it? Now you hear it? You hear it? That's it. It's over here. It's over here.
And that thing is pissed off. That thing is angry, which makes me think that it's watching us.
I see it.
Finally.
Oh no. It's in the seat. Shh. Where's the snake stick? Where's the tongue?
Okay, he's coming out, you guys. Okay, I got him.
Get away from the car. Go away from the car. Right here.
Oh my gosh, look at that. That thing is bigger than I thought.
You know, you wanna bag it. Something like this. Woo, we got a snake.
We're done. This guy will be fine. I'll keep him nice and cool and safe in the privacy of my hotel room tonight, and then tomorrow morning we're gonna fire up the high-speed camera and find out just how fast the eastern diamondback can strike. Next morning, I'm ready to time the speed of the rattlesnake strike.
All right, I got this beautiful rattlesnake in position. Now, to determine how fast it strikes is gonna require a bit of equipment. We've got a high-speed camera, which shoots at 500 frames per second. That's gonna capture this incredibly fast action of this reptile.
Rattlers won't normally bite humans. They even use their rattle to warn us away. But if you do get bitten, the results can be horrible. So I'm gonna use a protective Kevlar glove to trigger a defensive strike. It's so fast it doesn't look like much.
Whoa!
That is until you see it in high speed.
Whoa! Woo! I'm done with that. I mean, those are fast. I know it's coming. It's still, before you can react, the thing's already recoiling. That just stops my heart every single time. Let's put the lid on that bad boy and check the footage.
In the high-speed footage, each frame lasts for 1/500th of a second. The strike takes about 90 frames of high-speed video. That's just less than 1/5 of a second. That's literally faster than the blink of an eye. Although it's hard to see in the regular footage, high-speed video reveals the secrets of this incredible speed. The snake starts coiled up, so it can use its anchored rear body as a solid launch pad. It cocks its neck and the front of its body into S curves. Like the boa, it straightens out those curves to fling its head towards me. It's completely different from something like throwing a baseball. A pitcher starts his throw with his foot and leg muscles. The force transfers up his body like a whip, maxing out when it gets to his hand. In the rattler, the head moves first, and it launches it like a projectile. Once the strike starts, the snake cannot adjust its aim. It is committed. As the head flies forward, the jaw springs open, well over 90 degrees. Its huge fangs, normally stored against the roof of the mouth, swing forward into position.
Whoa!
And it strikes.
Woo!
But this footage shows something else. How long it takes me to react. You can see that my arm starts to pull back just as the snake finishes its bite.
Whoa!
That means it also takes me 1/5 of a second to respond to the strike. That's the same time it took me to react in my lab experiment. Even though I'm in danger of dying if this rattler bites me, I still can't react any faster. Most of us can't. There's a limit to how quickly my nerves and muscles can respond. First, my eyes have to register the snake's movement. Then, my brain has to process what it means and then send nerve impulses to my muscles. Finally, my muscles must contract to move me out of the way. That whole process takes around 1/5 of a second. And that's true for most animals. A rattlesnake can easily strike 1/3 of its body length. That's what defines the snake's danger zone. For this 1.5 meter rattlesnake, the danger zone is about 50 centimeters around its head. And my hand is definitely within the zone. The rattlesnake uses a camouflage sit-and-wait ambush style, waiting for its prey to wander into the strike zone. It's a common tactic. Even underwater. The stonefish buries itself in the sand, hiding and waiting for prey to wander close. When that happens, the fish sucks it into its mouth. It happens in a flash. Above water, the praying mantis uses a similar technique. It sits camouflaged waiting for prey. Its forelimbs cocked with stored energy. When prey moves into the strike zone, bam, a lightning attack. But the praying mantis can do more than sit and wait for prey to enter the strike zone. If they want to, many mantis species can chase their meal down. just like one of the deadliest predators on the planet. I'm now in Queensland, in northeastern Australia, on the hunt for the coastal taipan. Growing up to 3.5 meters long with one of the most potent of all snake venoms. Taipans can ambush their prey, but they're long and lean, and they can turn on a dime to chase down their prey.
What's great about Australia is there's so many venomous snakes. I mean, right this morning we have the chance to find death adders, taipans, brown snakes, giant pythons. I mean, you name it, it's all here. We just gotta find it. I mean, that's the hard part. It literally is like finding a needle in a haystack. We're out here nice and early in the morning, trying to maximize our chances. This looks great. Stuart, check this out.
Stuart Douglas of the Australian Venom Zoo is guiding me on my quest to find the taipan.
Yeah, we should check that.
This is great places to look for any kind of snakes. Doesn't matter what continent you're on. Under these palm fronds, and you can see, I don't even know what kind of trees they are, but there's, you see some old fruit. This brings in rodents. You got lots of leaf litter. You got things to hide under, and you got food for rodents. Oh, snake, Stuart, brown snake, it's a brown snake. It is, it's brown, right?
No, I think that's the coastal taipan.
It's a taipan, it's a taipan. There's a couple snakes in my book that really make me nervous, really scared of, and it's the fast ones, and this is one of the fastest snakes on the planet. This is perfect for our speed experiment. This is a dangerous snake.
Yes, mate. It's not that big. They grow to a huge length.
Oh,
anything
brings up a good
6
point.
feet.
Second longest venomous snake on the planet, only to the king cobra. Well, you know, it's a life and death situation.
Most definitely.
All right, whoa. Look, we gotta, don't take your eye off him, because I gotta look at the camera. I mean, these things are like grease lightning. I'm gonna try to pull him out of here. Now, he can jump, right? I mean, just launch himself.
Yeah, be very careful because they can lunge a fair way, mate. They're twice their body length.
Let's see if we can get him out of here.
Just be really gentle in the way that you do it. Keep it nice and calm like this. Do you want me to jump out your way, mate?
You're sure you can tail these? Makes me really nervous. All right, I got it. All right, go get a bag, I'll get the snake. Let's get a bag. Whoa. Get a bag.
I got a deadly fast snake. Now I gotta trigger a strike for the high-speed camera.
All right, I'm gonna give it a try. All right, you ready? You guys ready? All right, get ready to roll. Whoa! Let's get him! Whoa! There it is! We got it! Did you see that?
Yeah,
I mean,
big strike,
it was faster than I could even blink, but I think it struck the hat. Yes, I got some venom on the hat. I think I got venom on the hat.
The footage shows that the taipan strike is quite different from the heavy-bodied rattlesnake. It doesn't start out from a coiled position. It can strike even while it's on the move. And it can glide so fast along the ground that it's hard to define a clear danger zone for a taipan. Some researchers claim the taipan can launch a kind of lunging strike up to the length of its own body. That's up to 3.5 meters. My investigation of ambush predators shows they all have a need for speed. But some attacks are so blindingly fast, they seem physically impossible. Many insect eaters are among the fastest of all ambush predators. Some salamander species rocket their tongues out in just a few thousandths of a second. But that's faster than any animal muscle can even contract. The secret is storing energy in elastic fibers, just like a bow. Muscular power tightens a kind of spring. When that tension is released, it launches the tongue just like an arrow. Recent research proves that for its size, the giant palm salamander's tongue is the world's most explosive muscle, catching its prey in only 7 milliseconds. Frogs and chameleons use the same principle. For all these animals, animals, the distance they can strike defines their danger zone. But some snakes can get you even if you're outside their strike zone. An unusual group of snakes called spitting cobras use super high speeds to threaten without even striking. They can bite and envenomate their prey when they hunt, like any other cobra, but they can also spit a stream of toxic venom to defend themselves from their own predators. They target the eyes. Even a drop of venom will start to dissolve your cornea, and if you don't wash it out fast enough, you'll go blind. I'm gonna use my high-speed camera to find out just how fast that venom is fired.
Okay, so now the plan is you're gonna present me with a spitting cobra, and I'm gonna come in and try to elicit that spit.
That's right, you have to do all the work.
I'm back in Florida with spitting cobra expert Bruce Young. He holds the snake up to get it on the defensive. Spit! We got it!
Nobody move.
You want to put him away? Yeah, put him away.
Look at that. That is a lot of venom.
The high-speed camera shows the snake's venom reaches my face within 56 frames of video, or about 1/10 of a second. That's faster than a snake can strike, and much faster than I can react. And it's scary accurate. Bruce's research shows it hits its mark 95% of the time.
What the cobra is actually able to do is watch the movement of your eyes, and it matches the wobble of its head to the movement of your eyes.
That's just incredible.
It's an amazing thing.
I mean, that's just incredible. And that is the kind of thing that you can't see.
No, and you can't react to it.
And that's the evolutionary beauty of this.
Absolutely.
Is it's so fast that potential predators can't avoid it, giving the snake time to escape.
The spit is so fast that if I'm within its strike zone, or in this case, the spit
That
zone,
is money.
man, I'm in trouble.
That is the money spitter.
My investigation of ambush predators shows there's more than one way to snag your prey. But the champion of high-speed attacks has got to be the croc. It's certainly the largest. And more than any predator I've analyzed, the croc's got an arsenal of attack techniques. I'm ready to trigger those strikes and show you crocs on film in a way you've never seen them before. To perform our speed test, I need access to a lot of crocs. So I've come to St. Augustine's Alligator Farm and Zoological Park, where they have more crocs than you can shake a stick at. I'm gonna risk my neck and get these giant reptiles to jump, snap, roll and swipe to see just what these ambush predators are capable of. The first weapon in a croc's bag of tricks is the sideways snap. It uses this when prey is so close, all the croc has to do is turn its head and snap its jaws with lightning speed.
We're trying to get that sideways snap. Oh, you just walk right.
I've got several crocs to work with here, starting with an African slender snouted.
Wait for his out there. Okay, you ready? That's fast. That's faster than I can see. Let's check the tape.
The high-speed footage shows how unbelievably fast this swipe is. It happens within 80 frames of video. That's less than 1/6 of a second. In that split second, it swings its head more than 60 degrees. Plus, Croc's muscles are designed not for endurance, but for speed and power, just like a sprinter's.
The speed's not snapping forward, it's that side-to-side snap, which is just blindingly fast. They use that to capture fish. They also use it in a defensive manner. If I get down there too close, bam, that's the danger zone, from shoulder to shoulder in a half circle, because that's where those jaws snap back and forth. And it's so fast, you cannot get out of there in time.
That means the danger zone around a snapping croc is a half circle as big as the croc's head and jaws. If you find yourself inside that, you are in trouble.
So, rule number one, nothing goes into the danger zone.
But sometimes, even experienced researchers break that rule and bad things happen. Like the time croc researcher Maria Munoz and I caught a juvenile caiman.
There's the eye, look at that.
I was safe behind the jaws, but Maria wasn't.
Whoa, you all right? You all right?
Her hand was definitely inside the animal's danger zone.
You okay?
If it had been a bigger animal, she could have lost her hand or even her arm. When it comes to ambush, the sideways snap is not the croc's only weapon. When stalking prey on shore, it lurks hidden. And then, its whole body explodes out of the water, grabbing prey before it even knows what's happened. That terrifying lunge is part of what makes crocs so dangerous to work with. So I want to find out, with all my croc experience, if I'm fast enough to evade a croc ambush. To test my reaction time to a theoretical surprise croc attack, I'm back at the University of Delaware's Human Performance Lab with biomechanics expert Al Duet. We're assuming the croc would be hidden underwater, so the volleyballs will fire from behind a screen. Can I dodge the croc's lunge? So far, the croc is winning.
Wrist.
One with sensors off my body.
It's the right knee.
But you know what? It's realistic.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see that stuff coming. That right there, I'm gator chow on that one. I'm ready.
I almost beat it. I almost had it. Wait, I want to check the tape on that one. I think I almost had it. Oh. Yikes.
This is a realistic situation. I think the critical thing here is you can avoid the croc. The critical thing is the distance between you and the croc. If you happen to be here and explodes out of the water, you're dead. If you're here, most of the time you can avoid that initial lunge. That last one hit me.
In other words, my reaction time is fixed. If I'm outside the danger zone, I can dodge the croc before it can get to me. If I'm closer, it's on me before I can react. Al's model shows it takes me up to 1/4 of a second to dodge the simulated croc. It took me 1/5 of a second to react to the rattlesnake strike, so it takes longer to dodge the ball, which simulates a croc attack. Probably because I don't know exactly where that ball is aimed. So my brain has to register the ball and then decide which direction I'm going to jump, and that takes extra time. Knowing this will help me try and figure out the danger zone around an ambushing croc. The lab test shows I need 1/4 of a second to jump out of the way. So the danger zone should be the distance a croc can move in that time. To determine that distance, I head to Northern Australia. Crocodilus Park in Darwin is home to dozens of big, aggressive saltwater crocodiles. I aim to trigger some of these animals to launch out of the water. Then I can use my high-speed camera to measure how far they travel in 1/4 of a second. Croc keeper Reuben Jones is optimistic these crocs will perform.
So these crocodiles, they're wild crocodiles. They're just now living at Crocodilus Research Center.
That's it. They do everything that they would naturally do in the wild, but we feed them.
And that's why I'm here. Well, that's why I'm here. They do, you heard them, they do everything they do in the wild. So what I'm counting on is I'm counting on them to explode towards me in an aggressive nature.
Which is definitely going to happen.
Oh, I don't know if that's good or bad. So we're going to get down in these pens. We're going to elicit that predatory strike where they come exploding out of the water. You're talking about a 1,000-pound reptile exploding out of the water, and trying to eat us.
This one here, Brady, he's a bit of a quiet one. He just saw us then. He was looking at us then, and he's gone straight underwater. So he's going to be waiting for us straight away as soon as we go in there. So as soon as we open the gate, we've got to be pretty careful and quiet as we go through. can see the mud being stirred up at the back. That means he's ready to come out.
It's a half-ton croc, and there's only this paddle between him and me. That's not the lunge I'm looking for. The croc seems more interested in one of our cameras than in ambushing me.
I was kind of in a precarious situation because I, put my foot out there into the shallow water because the crocodile was a little hesitant to explode. But once he exploded, instead of coming for me, it immediately saw that small blue camera we had setting on the ground and just went straight for it. If you watch the footage, I kind of back up, see what he's looking at. I glance over and see the small camera, and I grab the small camera. And these guys are so in tune to their universe, which is what's inside these four walls. They know every little difference.
This particular croc, Brady's got only one eye, so when it comes out, I'm hoping it comes out on the blind side. I'll let you go first then.
He may have a bad eye, but Ruben assures me he's aggressive and fast.
Whooshing into that water.
Get out of him. There he comes.
This one's also more interested in the camera than in lunging at me.
That was close, but we still didn't get that high-speed explosion that I'm looking for. And I think the reason is this animal only has one good eye. It's got a bad eye, and if you watch the tape, I think what you'll see is he comes up, he kind of looks to see what's going on, then he targets me with that one good eye, lines me up, and then he comes out. Then he sees the second cameraman and then goes for the second cameraman. So it's not to just pop out of the water as you're coming like a freight train. But I'll tell you what, that definitely gets your heart rate going. This is really dangerous work. If that crocodile grabs one of us, it's not only the end of the day, man, it's the end of the season. These are live wire crocs.
This croc is not charging at top speed, but it weighs over half a ton, and it's still coming at me scary fast. While my heart rate recovers, I take a break to investigate the mechanics behind the croc's speed. Its power source. The first clue to the origin of a croc's ambush power comes from what it does after it captures its prey. The death roll.
There it is, that's what I'm talking about. That's the death roll. Their teeth aren't designed to chew. They either have to swallow their food whole, or they have to rip off a piece that's manageable enough to swallow, and they'll help each other. They'll get on either end of the prey and then spin many times in opposite directions, and then it's just like a tear on the dotted line. Whoa!
It takes tremendous power to generate the torque needed to spin like this. Crocs tuck their legs in to create a tight axis of rotation, just like a figure skater. But the power comes from the croc's muscular tail. Research on baby crocs showed just how they do it. You can see how they pull their arms and legs in, but they also position their tail at a right angle to their body, almost like a handle that winds them up and then launches them into the high-speed roll. If the tail can't move to the side, the animal can't roll. So a croc's powerful tail is the engine that generates that death roll spin. Next, I want to see how a croc uses the power of its tail to generate a high-speed ambush lunge. To find out how a croc lunges forward, I head to the Adelaide River in Australia's Northern Territory. Here, I aim to explore how powerful tail muscles can actually push an adult croc vertically, almost clear of the water.
They've got tremendously powerful tails. See, we got a small croc over here right behind me. With a little luck, we're gonna see some big boys launch themselves out of the water vertically. She's eyeing it, targeting, dropping that tail. Woohoo! You see, that's almost to the back legs.
To get a better view, I head to a nearby research facility where the crocs are big and the water is clear.
I'm now at Big Gecko Crocodile Research Center, an incredible place that's going to give me a unique opportunity to get in the water with a giant saltwater crocodile. In the water, but in a safe fashion. I'm going to be in a protective cage where I don a mask and a snorkel, so I'll get to see up close and personal what these salties are doing underwater when they explode out of the water. Yikes. He's right in front of me.
He's a salty over 4.5 meters long.
Oh, good God. I mean, I'm sitting there observing him. I mean, he looks as still as a log, and then all of a sudden, bang, he explodes.
Now that was an ambush.
He bent the fence. Man, whew, I think I pulled an abdominal muscle.
But it wasn't a full body lunge. Then,
Wow, man, talk about a totally different experience. Seeing him from down below as opposed to up top. The crocodile used not only its tail, but also its legs. It pushes off with its legs and then gives that swipe with the tail. And then I was amazed because I actually felt a pressure wave from the power of that tail as 1,000 pounds of croc went by me in that vertical fashion. Man, that's incredible.
so now I see how the croc generates that tremendous speed and power, but I still want to measure a full speed croc lunge. I head back to Crocodilis Park.
Swirling at the back there. Okay, see, it comes down. And that's him. So we're even now.
Oh, look at that. The moral of that story is, if that's your body, you're cut in half.
You're gone.
Thank goodness for long sticks. I'll tell you what, that's a real eye-opener. Man, we gotta be careful.
You give me a heart failure then.
Oh man, that guy's a psycho. Let's find another croc. And maybe a new stick.
Armed with a new stick, we try to provoke more attacks.
Touch on them.
Finally, we get just the strike we need. And I can try to calculate the danger zone around this croc. My reaction time test showed I react to a simulated attack in about 1/4 second. The super slow motion footage of the real ambush can show me how far the croc moves in that same amount of time. Ruben keeps records of his croc's dimensions, and he knows this croc's head is 60 centimeters long. In 1/4 second, my reaction time, it moved just over one head length. In his case, 60 centimeters. So it looks like a croc's danger zone is about the length of its head. But it's actually bigger than that. Because if a croc ambushes, even if you dodge its first lunge, it's gonna keep coming after you. Which makes this croc's danger zone a moving target, as wide as its pin.
Hell, I was already running when you said run. Oh, watch out. Hey. That thing explodes, you gotta go. Some people make that mistake. They stay around just a little too long with violent consequences. That croc is definitely a live wire.
It's also a dangerous and huge ambush predator. The takeaway is big or small, every ambush predator has its danger zone. And no matter what size they are, ambush predators move with such lightning speed. If you're inside that zone, chances are you're not gonna make it out in one piece.